immediately the father gets the report that this woman dies. I don't know whether you've seen people who are like soulmates, like they were made for each other, and it's like they cannot survive when the other person is not there. So they are so much in love. So the old man got shocked. He got a heart attack. He died instantly on the spot. So now you have lost your mom, you have lost your dad, your 2 kids are gone, your husband, you are an orphan, you've lost your kids, you are a widow at the same time. Within a few months,
oh my goodness,
turn of events. And so I think this woman, during the day of the burial and the whole mourning process, this woman was never moved. Like she looked okay, like she's not even comprehending what is happening. Why? Because she was in a situation that we call numbness. You've gone through a lot of pain such that there's no amount of pain that will ever shake you again. It was already too much for her. So she's numb. The numbness helped her at least go through that process and overcome. So actually that girl died. We've gone through a series of things this year, from January up to now, and I think it is just good we go to Mombasa and just have our time. You know, we just let go of everything and just get over everything that has been happening. The girl and the mom now. So they go to Mombasa first day, second day, third day. And then they say, we will be going back to Nairobi after 2 days. Guess what happened?
No. It's so amazing to be back, right, guys? It's been a while and we've missed you too. Now, today we're talking about the power of letting go. I know people have experienced hating people, being hated, and there's just something when you forgive someone. There is just something when you hold some grudges. And more interestingly, there is just something you feel that is so overwhelming when you let go of a grudge or something that you've been holding on to for so long. What usually happens to our minds? What usually happens to our hearts? Why does it feel so relieving? Why does it just have something so sweet when you let go of a pain, anger, or hatred towards something or someone? That's what we're discussing today with Ann Doris on the show. I know you guys have missed her because she's always giving us some really beautiful psychological facts that it is very difficult to find it just out there. And I believe today she has packed just amazing things for us. Ann Doris, yes. Now, what do you have for us today?
Okay, thank you so much, Sylvia. My name is Ann Doris, and it's been a while. It's been a while. We are so happy to be back today with an amazing topic. As she's saying, we want to talk about forgiveness, a topic that is really avoided by most people because it is not the easiest thing to do. So we really want to know what is forgiveness and how do you arrive to forgiveness? How really do you know that you have already let go? And what comes with letting go? What are some of the benefits that we have with letting go? So kindly keep watching us. You're going to learn a lot.
Definitely. Welcome to Divinely Inspired Media. I am your host, Sylvia, and today is gonna be as amazing as always. Now, talking about forgiveness or letting go. First of all, why do people hold on to grudges? Yes. And why does it feel so relieving when you let go of something that you never knew is so hurting or is holding something so big in your life? Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I'll start by saying the reason as to why people hold so much into something that was or to something that is negative, more than something that is positive, is because with hurt, it doesn't come from people who are far away from us. If you realize that someone is hurting you, it means they have a special place in your heart. And so it is hard for you to internalize how they arrived at hurting you, how they did something that was so mean according to you. And that is why letting go of such a thing is very hard as compared to any other stranger. If a stranger maybe mistreated you today, you wouldn't recall that for so long. You know, it will just come and go. But you know, someone that you've walked with, someone that you value in your heart, when they do something wrong to you, it takes time for you to digest and actually accept that is the reality and let go of whatever they did to you. So that is why it is hard to let go, because hurting doesn't come from people who are not close to us. It comes from people that we've placed in a special place in our hearts. That is why it becomes so hard to let go.
Okay, that's so amazing. And I know so many people, including myself, have experienced anger or holding on to something, you actually do not, sometimes you might conflict over something with someone, and then along the way you even forget why you guys fought. But you're still holding on to something, and your heart does not want to let go or forgive this person. When you see this person, you get angry. When you see this person, you feel just something bad, but you can't even remember what made you guys fight. Yeah, we've been there. Most of us have been there, and it doesn't even have to be a stranger. It can also be even a parent, even a sibling, friends. Yes, what takes us there, and why do we feel that?
You've reminded me of how hard actually it is to remember the exact thing that was done to you, but yet you still want to hold on to something, to the emotion that now came with whatever they did to you. You felt angry, you felt betrayed, but 2 years down the line you cannot clearly remember what they did to you. And you know what I've come to learn with hurting is it is not even the magnitude of the issue that hurts a person. It is the person that did it. You know, I've seen a meme circulating around, and it is like, it is not the knife, it is not the stabbing that killed me. What killed me is when I turned back and actually saw who was holding the knife. So it is not the magnitude of what was done to you, it is that person, because you truly value them. So maybe actually what your parent did is actually favor the other siblings more than yourself. And so you try to look back and actually point out the exact thing they did to you, but you cannot realize. And especially when something is done to you over time, many times repeatedly, you kind of get used to disappointment such that you never expect anything good from this person. And so you detach, but you cannot clearly point out to the exact thing they did to you. But over time you've learned to just expect the worst from them, if I would say. But it is not something tangible. So I want us to think about today, what exactly is forgiveness? And I know we have many definitions of forgiveness, but I'll really wish to run with my definition. I define forgiveness as letting go of pain. It is remembering what was done to you without actually feeling the pain.
Remembering what was done to you without actually feeling the pain.
You know what I mean by that is because I've had something that I don't like, especially with Christian brothers and sisters. I don't like this phrase that the church gives, forgive and forget. That is trash.
No, you can't forget, actually.
You cannot forget. You cannot forget. You did me wrong. I may not remember exactly what you did to me, but I may never forget the feeling that I got from that, the emotion, the hurting that came with that. I may not forget how many days I cried myself to sleep. I may not forget how many times I felt like I do not belong to this family. You know, I may not remember what exactly you people did to me, but everything now that was tagged along by what you people did cannot be forgotten. So I really don't advocate for that thing. Don't try to forget. You will never forget. Actually, if you've ever tried to forget something, that is when you remember it more. So I do not really believe in forgiving and forgetting, but I believe there is a possibility of remembering everything that was done to you without feeling pain. And that is how you know actually I have gotten over it. I have actually healed myself from whatever experience I went through. I don't know whether you have experienced, for example, a person who has gone, let us say, through divorce. They describe everything that was done to them in that marriage, but when they are speaking, you don't even see emotions of anger, you don't see them crying, because of course they are remembering what was done to them, but at this point they have gotten over it. That is what forgiveness is. You don't have to forget what they did to you, but you can remember it now without feeling the pain that was there, without having intensity of emotions. You know, you can remember that walikukata mkono, but it is not, it doesn't have as much weight as it held back then. So that is exactly what forgiveness is. And I've also come to learn that forgiveness doesn't happen one day. It is not a one-day journey. You know, people out here try to behave like we are angels from above. Like, you've hurt me today and you expect by tomorrow I've gotten over it, I am good, we good. No, that is not how it happens with forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gradual process. I've seen people compare that to a glass of juice. You know, let us say you have a glass of juice, maybe not even full, but very concentrated juice.
Yeah.
So that is the magnitude of the heart that you have when something is done to you, when it is fresh.
Yes.
And then if you take that glass of juice to some running water, tap water that is running, with time you're going to realize that the juice is getting diluted. So your color ya juice inaende ikifade away, fading away, not instantly but gradually. By the time you're done, you realize, I only have water in my glass. Like everything else is gone, and now I have clear water in my glass. That is what forgiveness looks like. It is a gradual process that one day you may be feeling like, I already got over this. Then the other day you wake up and you're like, I am back to zero. But when you will get over it kabisa, you realize, this is it. So I am remembering, yes, but I don't have any bitterness. You know, you made me get fired at work. I have seen you several times because maybe we fellowship together. And during my initial stages, I was bitter with you. But right now, I don't care. I don't care. But anytime I see you, I know there's something. There's something, but I don't have that grudge in my heart. That is exactly what forgiveness looks like. And something else that we need to know is, who are we even forgiving? Who are we even forgiving? Because you realize hurtings come from different sources. We may think that when we talk about forgiveness, it's just about other people, you know, our parents, our siblings, our colleagues, our bosses, the people we fellowship with at church, or the people we come across. But the fact is, we really also need to forgive ourselves. I don't know whether, Sylvia, you've been through something that you did as a person, and then you looked back and you were like, that was stupid. You know, you're looking forward to a business deal, you mess up, and you knew if I won that deal, I could have been like 5 years ahead right now. But I messed up something small, and now I don't have the opportunity. Some things we do things to ourselves, sometimes knowingly, other times unknowingly, and it really lands us into mess. But that doesn't really mean that you're supposed to be stuck there forever. Like you're supposed to keep on condemning yourself and singing the same song. Oh, we schooled with so and so. Ona mahali wako. I dropped out of school at form 2. I've never gotten a way back. No. You know, be easy with yourself. And the funniest thing about forgiveness is we are very quick to forgive everybody else and to forget what they did to us. But when it comes to ourselves, we are so hard on ourselves. We don't want to let ourselves go. You don't want to recognize that actually you are also a human being. And there are days that you'll be low. There are days that you'll not be feeling like yourself. There are days that you will mess up. But there is always a way out. So when we are talking about forgiveness, I want us to have a wider perspective. It is not just like about forgiving myself because I voted for this and that government, or because I voted for this person, it is what they are doing. No. How about yourself? Actually, you realize there's this saying that goes like, it is not the water that is outside the boat that makes the boat to sink. It is the water that is inside the boat. So regardless of who else is influencing our hurtings and our wounds, we ourselves, we drown so much because of who we are and what we've held against ourselves more than what was done to us. So we have forgiveness concerning other people, we have forgiveness to ourselves, and then we have forgiveness to, I want to call them systems. You know, I went to that interview, I was sure I was the best qualified candidate, but the company didn't call me back. Actually, the person they picked, I don't even know how they qualified, you know, and there's nothing you can do with that, Sylvia. So do you keep on condemning that company so much that they never promoted you and you've rated them? Maybe you started working for that company when it was starting from scratch, and now you go for interview, you have qualified, you are the best candidate, they have not picked you. So you hold a grudge against the company. Or maybe let me use a bit sensitive example. Some people are bitter with God. You are born as a child, you are born with a condition, not because you did anything wrong, not because your parent did anything wrong, but you have arrived and you have a condition that maybe you'll have to live with for the rest of your life. And you feel like, God, you are not fair. You know, there are people, I've been watching Kambua, she brings episodes of women who have gone through delayed conception, or who have gone through series of miscarriages. And so if you listen to those people, they are like, people used to judge me and say, especially if I'm miscarrying, they relate that to abortions that maybe I could have done as a young girl. And you feel judged because you kept yourself, you preserved yourself.
Yeah.
It is just a health issue. It is just a condition you found yourself with. You did not apply for it. You know, you get married as a young person, and no sooner than that spouse dies. It is nothing that you applied for, and now you need to become a widow or a widow at a very young age. You see, situations that we go through, not because we did anything, but zinafanyika tu. And so you find people caged in that problem. Is it a big issue? It really is.
It is.
Tell me how, as a child, you're supposed to survive, knowing that you came into this world, you don't have a dad, you don't have a mother. Maybe they got an accident and they died. And now you're here all alone. What qualifies or what justifies you being an orphan? Of course, there's nothing that will justify that. But then again, it is good to realize that regardless of whatever happened, we also have a life. You know, there's a life that we're supposed to live regardless of the situation that we find ourselves in. And we cannot keep on being bitter about God and about systems that did not favor us. There's always a way out. So I really think the issue of forgiveness is wide and really a deeper issue, and to some extent a sensitive issue, such that we are not able to say it as it is supposed to be, because maybe we feel like if I mention this group of people, they'll feel like I am being insensitive. But let me tell you, it is only the thing that you know that will deliver you. And I want to say something that I say over and over again. The hurt was unfair, but healing is your own responsibility. Were you raped as a young girl, 2 years old? You were a young kid. You didn't even know what is happening. But regardless of who did it and whatever happened, healing is your personal responsibility, because at the end of the day, you deserve to live like everybody else.
Normal life.
You deserve to, you know, break barriers. You deserve to become someone better.
To be happy. You
deserve to be happy, you know. And so that is the way actually that comes with unforgiveness. I was reading a story from one of these celebrities. He's called David Ocean. He was a CAS sometimes back during the reign of President Uhuru, and I really love his writings. So severally I go through them to really just see what he has. And so beginning of January, I go through his post, and he really had a touching story. So the story is about this woman who has a family of 3 kids, a husband, the parents are well, blah, blah, blah. And so the mother to this woman becomes sick. And so over the holiday, they decide, you remember wakati kulikuwa na floods sometimes last year. So they decide, let us go and see our mom, how she's doing, because now tuko holiday, the kids are here with us, we can go. So they go stay with the mom starts recovering, and so they're like, we really need to go back to Nairobi. And the day they were to go back to Nairobi, this woman says, I won't go. So let me remain behind with my daughter and let my husband go with the boys. Then we will be joining you people tomorrow. And so the husband and the 2 boys leave. Along the way, wakiwa Narok, it is raining. It is flooding. I think even that time, it was so bad even in Murang'a. I think every part of the country was just flooding. And so they are seeing a lot of water ahead of them, but they are like, the water is very clear. Yani tunaona barabara. So I don't think it's anything big. So they continue with their car. Then wakiwa katikati, they realize the waters are so heavy. We cannot go back. We cannot proceed. We can only stay and see what happens. So they were swept over by the water. They were drained. They went missing. So after 2 days, their car was found really in a bad condition. Because it is said when they realize it's like they are drowning, the dad decides, let me close all the windows of the car so that we may not maji singie kwa gari. And he didn't know that will make them suffocate actually. So they wakakosa hewa. They suffocated, then died inside the car. So nobody was outside the car, but they had died. And then, you know, the problem now in dying in water is your body even is not in good shape and condition. So they were found dead. So the woman is told, and now they have to start organizing for the burial of the 2 sons and the husband. Immediately the mother-in-law had that. I said she was sick, and now they left her when she was recovering. She became sick again. So they buried the 2 sons and the husband, and then 6 months later, this shock never left the woman. She dies. now the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So this woman has lost 2 kids, her husband
and a mother-in-law.
And a mother. Her mother, her real mother. This is the mother-in-law to the husband.
To the husband.
Yeah. Her mother dies. And immediately the father gets the report that this woman dies. I don't know whether you've seen people who are like soulmates, like they were made for each other.
Yeah.
And it's like they cannot survive when the other person is not there. So they are so much in love. So the old man got shocked. He got a heart attack. He died instantly on the spot. So now you have lost your mom, you have lost your dad, your 2 kids are gone, your husband, you are an orphan, you've lost your kids, you are a widow at the same time.
Yeah.
Within a few months.
Oh my goodness.
Turn of events.
Yeah.
And so this woman, so according to this writing, this woman during the day of the burial and the whole mourning process, this woman was never moved. Like she looked okay. Like she's not even comprehending what is happening.
Yeah.
Why? Because she was in a situation that we call numbness. You've gone through a lot of pain such that there's no amount of pain that will ever shake you again.
Yeah.
It was already too much for her.
Yeah.
So she's numb. The numbness helped her at least go through that process and overcome. So actually that girl died. We've gone through a series of things this year from January up to now. And I think it is just good we go to Mombasa and just have our time. You know, we just let go of everything and just get over everything that has been happening. So the girl now? The girl and the mom now. So they go to Mombasa first day, second day, third day. And then they say, we will be going back to Nairobi after 2 days. Guess what happened?
No.
The night before they went back to Nairobi, they were using boilers. The boilers exploded.
What?
So the both of them got burned. So the girl was had 60% burns on her body.
What?
And the mother 40% burns. So they were rushed to Kenyatta National Hospital. So they undergo surgeries, operations, treatments. Unfortunately, you know, a person who has gone through 60% burns, they can rarely survive.
Yeah.
Even 40% is too much.
It's too much.
But 60. So after they'd stayed there, I think for like 1 month, the mother goes for surgery, and then coming back, she cannot see her daughter.
Oh my goodness.
So she's like, when where is my daughter? And she's like, what wakamwambia? Your daughter just passed on when you're having your surgery. And that woman, the only thing she could say is, I want to die. I want to die. Like, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
I'm not even stable enough health-wise to comprehend everything that is going. I cannot even carry myself, leave alone any other baggage that is coming. And this woman could only cry uncontrollably. Remember, she's in hospital with burns. With burns, you know what happens is they try to kutoa hiyo ngozi and place in new skin. You know, she's not yet healed. She cannot go outside because of infection. And actually, even the people who are coming to see her, the number is limited, you know?
Yeah.
And after some time, after people consoling her and whatever, she was now ready to just survive, just fight for her life.
Yeah.
And what she decided to do is take each day
at a time.
Yeah. It is a hard decision to make.
It is.
But tell me what you do when life has thrown everything possible, everything that is bad. Everything that is at you, at one person, and the problem is not even those things coming within a period of 1 year.
Yeah.
Like you've lost everything. You've lost everything.
And
you don't have any other purpose for you to live.
Yeah.
You'll never be yourself again. You'll never look the same again. You're coming out of hospital to clear a hospital bill yenye hata ujui imefika ngapi, because you can imagine from January up to now, it's a long time. Actually, from December, the end of December up to now, we are entering May. She's still in hospital. The girl has never been buried because the mother cannot be there. Actually, there are no funds even to facilitate for the burial. So she has to be in the morgue until the mother is stable and has cleared the hospital bill so that she can now come and bury the daughter.
Oh.
And when I saw that story, I was like, have we even gone through what this woman has gone through? You know? And she reached a point whereby she decided, I'll be living each day at a time.
Yeah.
Each moment at a time. I don't want to look at everything else that has happened. I just want to appreciate that I am becoming better, that I am recovering. Like any little progress, I will appreciate it. And I feel like in as much as we've gone through stuff, and in as much as we are holding things against whoever, and in as much as life is unfair, I feel like we limit ourselves on healing and progressing.
Yeah.
Because if such a woman can cast 2024, let me say so, and 2025, but still decide, I'll not let anything pin me down.
Yeah.
You know, she no longer wants to die. She wants to just live that moment. Any moment with friends, any moment that she can feel herself, any moment that she realizes this organ of my body was not functioning, but now I am back to normalcy, you know, she appreciates that. And that is what forgiveness looks like. Like, God, I didn't do anything to lose my kids, all of them, my husband, my parents, but regardless of whatever happened, I'll just let go.
Yes.
And you know what letting go or what forgiveness does? It is more about you than what it is about every other person. I know they hurt you. I know sometimes we see like God is not fair, because tell me how one person can go through some series. Yes. You know,
it's crazy.
Sometimes we feel like the systems are not fair. Like our parents are not fair to us. But trust you me, even if everything else turned against you, as long as you're breathing, there's a purpose as to why. And there's always a reason and a bigger purpose as to why you should appreciate the reason that I'm still here. I am still breathing. I can actually wake up and take some water. That is reason enough. Let me say, and I'm not being insensitive, I know we've gone through stuff, but I believe we also lack gratitude. You know, I've ever had this story of a woman who had a neighbor, and so anytime the neighbor would clean the clothes of the babies, alikuwa naona zote zikikaa brown. You know, and they are small babies' clothes. So all of them, of course, are white. But anytime she's checking, anashanga kwani that woman doesn't know how to wash clothes, because the baby's clothes are always dirty, and yet she has hung them. And so one day the husband was like, and you're always complaining, but mi nikienda nje, those clothes are always clean. So the woman was like, so what is the problem? And the husband was like, what if you cleaned our windows? Maybe we could have a clearer view of what we are seeing. And so after washing the windows, she realizes, it is my window. It is
dirty.
It is the glasses that couldn't see through clearly because they are dirty. And that is what we make our lives be sometimes. We really want to magnify everything and look at life from a negative lens. You know? And so when you do that, you will magnify everything, everything, including a small conflict in your working station. You will magnify it and make it look like there are demons fighting you. What if we tried to magnify the positive side of life? You know? Looking at life with a positive lens. Like, it is okay, you've given me some tea, na nimeona ni nusu. Let me appreciate that it is half full than half empty. You get it? Like, what if we started looking at life with a positive perspective, even if whatever was done to us was unfair, and even if we reach to a moment and feel like I cannot do this anymore, just appreciate the fact that tumebaki you high, like there's still something that we can do. So that woman, I've been processing whatever she's gone through, and because actually she's still in hospital, and I've been like, God, what can you do? Because if it were another person, you see, we said the dad, after receiving the news that the mom had died, he collapsed and died. So what is it about me that even after receiving these stories, still I didn't get a heart attack? I didn't fail to operate normally. Like you still held me. You still held me amidst all these things. You know, that is what positivity talks about. It is like, it is not like everything else is working against me. No. Even if everything else is working against me, at least there's some light. I can see there's something that is working for me. And I feel that is what we lack. Now, about forgiveness, about ourselves. What is that one thing that you did? And every time you look at your life, it takes you back there. I had used a simple example of someone who dropped out of school at Form 2. And now everybody that you are schooling with, even the people who came after you, you look at them and you're like, their lives are a success.
Yeah.
But here I am, I dropped out of school, not because my parents could not afford the fees, not because I was pregnant, not because of any good reason. I just dropped out of school because I felt like I don't need
I don't want school anymore.
Yeah. And now you keep on looking at your life with that lens until you hate yourself. You feel like, I am stupid. Why did I do this? I don't have the finances to go back to school. I cannot go back to my parents and tell them I want to go back to school. If anything, I have progressed in terms of age. So even if I went back to school, I'll be schooling with people
out of place.
Yeah, you know, you'll not fit in.
Yes.
But what if you looked at the world we are in right now and realized actually we have prominent people who never went beyond class 8, leave alone high school.
Yeah.
Some of them never went beyond class 4. What if you decided to look at life with another lens? Like, this is not the end. I still can do something else. I still can better my life. Even if I'll not make it better by education, there are other things that I can, you know, I can go to art, the industry of art, music and whatever. Anything that doesn't
require
really
you to have
papers.
an A, a B,
you
or
know,
whatever.
there's a lot that you can do. Maybe you're talented, you can venture into games. You know, it will, but if you keep on condemning yourself because you did this one mistake, you'll never progress. And that is the problem that we do with ourselves. And I remember there's a time we were talking here and we talked about self-compassion. Self-compassion is extending kindness to people. Okay, extending kindness to yourself the way you would expect other people to extend kindness to you, or extending the same kindness to yourself that you extend to other people. You know, when people mess up, Sylvia, we are really quick to encourage them and tell them, man is to error, you know, even if you did this and this, you can always pick your pieces and move on. But when it comes to ourselves, oh my God, we are so hard on ourselves. And that is what brings about that bitterness and unforgiveness with ourselves. And we said, that is the only thing that will bring you down. Like, even if it is better if you carried grudges with everybody else, but don't carry grudges with yourself.
With yourself. You
know, because I missed that interview. I didn't have a good night, and then nikamka kama nimechelewa. So I didn't make it for that interview. So will you keep on mourning for 3 years that you didn't go for an interview, whereas they're still advertising for other opportunities?
Move on.
And you're there mourning. You see, it is a disadvantage to ourselves if we keep on holding to one thing that never worked for us, and especially that we contributed to. No matter how bad. You know, there are always second chances. There are always, you can always go back to the drawing board. Maybe not really to do things as they were supposed to be done, but do something different and do it in a better way. That is one. About other people who hurt us. You've heard people talking about toxic parents. Your parents gave birth to you, but they dislike you for no good reason. They mistreat you, they treat other people with favor, and you're the only bad person. Can you do something about that? No.
No.
But we said, in as much as the hurt didn't come from you, ama you did not deserve it, it is your responsibility to heal and get over whatever was done to you. So this parent was never there for you. This parent who always saw the wrongs that you did and never appreciated the good is a bad person. It is okay, they hurt you. That is genuine. It is a genuine case that you are raising. But again, you cannot be 50 years and you're still telling us that the reasons why you have mental issues is because
of your mother.
20 years ago, they mistreated you. That else, there is a problem with you. You know, you entered into this organization, they mistreated you 2 years ago, your landing wasn't as good, and now 10 years down the line, you're singing the same song. You have a problem. So could we learn to just let go? Because, you know, holding on to things that we should not be holding on to, what it does to us, it drains our energy, it makes us have anxiety, it makes us feel not at peace at all. Even if holding on looks like the thing that will justify whatever was done to us, it will not drain the other person.
True.
It will actually, most people don't care what they did to you. So you'll keep on holding to something that nobody else cares about. It drains you, it makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes you not be at peace. While the easier way was, even if it's not easy, the easier way out would have been letting go and getting uncomfortable for some time, but regaining your peace, you know? And that is what forgiveness does. You do not forgive the other person because they deserve to be forgiven. You do not forgive them because they explained the reasons why they did whatever they did and you understood. You do not forgive them because they came around saying sorry. Actually,
Yeah.
most of them will never say sorry.
Yes.
You know, but you forgive them because it is about you. You deserve better, you deserve peace, you deserve to be productive in your working area, you deserve to be a better parent. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember, your emotions are like a womb. And whatever you water, Sylvia, automatically, at some point in life, it will bear fruit.
Yes.
So if today you decided, I'll be watering kindness,
Yeah.
at some point we are going to see the fruits. But if you again allow yourself to be looking at life with a negative lens, and you water anger, you water bitterness, trust you me, that is what you'll be giving back to. And so your parents mistreated you, and it is okay. You have every reason to be mad at them.
Yeah.
But now here you are as a parent, you're
Yes.
making your children go through whatever thing you went
Yeah.
through because you have harbored bitterness in you, anger
You
in you.
pour now that into them.
Actually, you cannot produce what you've not taken.
Yeah.
So anything that is coming out of you, that is what is inside. So you do not expect yourself to treat other people in a better way if yourself you've not healed from whatever you went through.
Is it a decision that someone makes to heal? Is it a decision? I like where you said that when you have a glass of juice, that is bitterness and all,
Yeah.
to dilute it, you dilute, you pour a small amount, another one and another
Yeah.
one, and you realize it has cleared out. Is it a decision someone makes to start doing that, to start healing, or to start pouring good things into the anger or the pain that was there for me to heal?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have so many schools of thoughts.
Yeah.
But let me pick what I believe in and what has helped me. There is this story in the Bible. It talks about Esau and Jacob. So these sons of Isaac have been fighting from like forever, and Jacob has been taking everything that rightfully belongs to Esau.
Yeah.
And Esau reaches a point and he's so bitter, he wants to kill the brother because he feels like everything that belonged to me, now Jacob has taken.
Yeah.
And this is what Isaac told Esau. It is until the day you'll get tired. And now decide, I am tired. I want to make my life better. I want to make a difference. That is the day that you will pursue your brother and going to win over him. So that is what I want to say. It gets to a point, Sylvia, and you are tired. You are tired of baggages. I don't know whether you've seen mad people who carry heavy luggages around. That is how our hearts are when we are carrying grudges of whoever and whatever happened, So until the day you'll get tired and make a conscious decision of letting go regardless, accepting that there's nothing that I can do about what happened.
Yeah.
The only thing I can do is accept and try to move forward.
Yeah.
I always say where there's a will, there's a way. You will find your way as you
Yes.
progress. So it is intentionality. You decide, I am tired with this. I want to become a better person, and so I'll just let it go. So according to me, you make a choice. You make a conscious decision to just let go.
To start healing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get tired with it. You get tired with that nature of kubebanisha. It is too expensive.
I remember there's a time I was working somewhere, and then there was a situation, and let me say someone was very unfair with me. But I don't know, to me it wasn't such a big deal. I carried on, and I don't know, it didn't really sink that this person was really unfair with me, or let me say I wasn't enlightened on matters, institutions and what. I was very young, and so after quite a while I left that institution and moved on with my life as though nothing happened. Actually, it wasn't a big deal for me, but it's because I wasn't enlightened. And so I move on, no grudges, no nothing, but definitely you just cut off some people because you've already seen that this person was biased and they can never be of any good to you. So I cut off and I moved on. And through life, I think 5 years later, 5 years later, I get a call. Someone calls me and tells me, "Hi Sil, how are you?" "I'm fine." And then I ask, "Who is it?" They tell me it's so and so. Oh, okay, how are you? You deleted my contact. And I said, "No, actually I changed my phone. So there's so much that I don't have at the moment. I'll save your contact. And then they tell me, okay. So I ask them, what's up? They tell me, I'll talk to you. I really wondered, 5 years, this person has not talked to me. Did they have my contact or what? Then the person sends me a whole novel on text. They tell me, you know, I checked all your social media accounts. It's like you deleted or you blocked me. I can't remember ever adding them. So we were not friends. We were not friends. So on social media, we were not also friends. So they tell me, I checked all your social media pages. You kind of blocked me, or we are not friends. I don't know why. But it has really disturbed me for so long that at some point in life, I was very unfair with you. I just looked for your contact to say I am sorry and very apologetic that, you know, too much of please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me. I read that and I started shaking, literally, what is this? I couldn't even remember what this person did. I had to start, you know, tracing back. Oh my goodness, it was such a big deal. But because I was already grown past such things, yeah, I knew it was unfair. It was unfair to do something or to even say something, just to, you know, just put another person in some situation. And so I told them, oh, I didn't even remember, by the way, such a thing. It wasn't such a big deal, but I'm okay, I'm okay. No, I just want you to say you've forgiven me. And I wondered what they were thinking. Did life just
mess them up?
Yeah, mess them up and think it's because I nilikosea.
No, they're trying to join the dots.
Yeah, to join
backwards,
the dots and what, or maybe such a thing happened to them or something. But you could be the one who is very unfair to people, but you carry things with you. Yeah, and probably when you sit down and assess the situations, you can also decide to forgive, to forgive yourself, you know. But I think there's always a way people interpret healing or forgiveness and all. And I love how you've done it. I wish this, we had so much time. I can see our director is signaling us that, signaling, Kikuyu, or it's Kimeru. I can see our director is saying time is up and we have to close this one. I wish there was time, but I think we can continue with this some more time, yeah? And I love how you've really elaborated this even to a point of going to the Bible. Thank you so much, Anders. It's always a pleasure having you. Our audience can tell us what they think about this conversation and what is it that you expect us to talk about next time. Please keep watching Divinely Inspired Media. We have amazing shows for you always. Thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye.